let him get through the letter. I'll hand it to him. Dear Chairman Debby and Commissioner Wonnacott, the reason that I ran for Sweetwater County Commission 2 years ago was to serve the people of Sweetwater County. I am proud of the many accomplishments that we made together as a team. I'm especially proud of the processes that we put into place through our updated personnel manual, the information technology and purchasing policies and the budget process. In particular, I'm very pleased that with the assistance of Deputy Sweetwater County John Provost, we have in place a strong conflict of interest statement. While Sweetwater County citizens may be unaware of how these policies affect them, I have been told that we have left a legacy for which the citizens will benefit. This past election was a disappointment to me, as both Debby and Randy were defeated. At first I believed that their defeats were a repudiation of our progressive policies, but upon further discussion and review, their defeats were more of a reflection of national and state trends in 2010 to be anti-incumbent and pro-Republican. Over the past few weeks and as a result of recent events, I've had to face a difficult choice. Should I continue for 2 more years and become totally ineffective, since the other 4 commissioners-elect and several other county elected officials have been outspoken in their desire to undo all of the good things that we have done? Or should I take a different course, where I can put my experience and positive efforts to work? I have chosen the latter. Many of my supporters were hoping that I would continue on here at the Commission and be some kind of goal as I watched the new commissioners tear down the accomplishments that we have built. To my supporters, I apologize. In conclusion, I would like to thank those who voted for me.
2 years ago, and have supported this team of commissioners, including department heads and staff members of the county, have shown dedication to our efforts for modernization and transparency during the past 2 years. I want to thank Debby and Randy publicly for their commitment and leadership. Sweetwater County is a better place for having had them as commissioners. I'm sure that they will continue to work on positive community projects. I wish all of you a very happy New Year. Thank you. Paula Wonnacott.
Thanks. I must say that it is with regret, however understandable. So, at this given point in time, I have investigated, in the event this should occur, process for resignation and reappointment. And so I will review this and under the statute as provided. Pretty simple, there really isn't much. And it is upon resignation of any incumbent commissioner resigns, does not represent a political party. Under WS 2218-101A, under the election code, a vacancy shall occur in an elective office if during his term the incumbent resigns. Accordingly, Commissioner Walker and myself would need to declare a vacancy that exists on this commission because of Commissioner Wonnacott's resignation. So at this given point in time, I would now declare that we have a vacancy on the Sweetwater County Commission. Okay? However, the statute to fill the vacancy for the resignation of an independent differs from the statute as it pertains to someone who represents a political party. Statute WS 18-3-524A2. There is no statutory time, first of all, of requirement of a public notice. The vacancy in the office of county commission when the incumbent of an independent can actually be filled immediately. The statute is that the incumbent commissioner does not represent any political party. At the time of his election or appointment, the Board of County Commissioners may appoint any qualified person to fill the vacancy. Now, since there was not a statutory requirement as there is with political parties, and in anticipation of this, I have given this a great deal of thought, and I think Commissioner Walker has as well. And although there have been many rumors out there, and we've been victims, the new commissioners have been victim of them as well as we have. I find that unfortunate for all of us. But in anticipation of this, if this might happen, I have considered many different names of people that I think could represent a similar ideological profile. However, for me, it was also someone who could fulfill duties as a commissioner. The integrity of the former Commissioner Wonnacott. Given these considerations, I would now like to nominate Mr. Don Van Meter and call for a motion to approve of this nomination.
I so move Don Van Meter to be appointed to the position of County Commissioner.
I second that motion. There has been a motion on the floor to approve a nomination from Mr. Don Van Meter and call for and a second, yes, and discussion. Now, prior to the discussion, I would like to ask one question. Mr. Van Meter, do you accept this nomination?
Thank you. I'm sad and disappointed. At least I don't have to, it's not like the government in Mexico, I have to pardon Billy the Kid or something. But I wanted to try to, I was hoping we could find somebody whose ideology would match up with Commissioner Wonnacott, not my personal ideology, not even Commissioner Bailey's. So, Mr. Van Meter is an educated person, has a degree in finance, lieutenant colonel, taught leadership classes, led men in combat zones, lifelong resident of Sweetwater County, a ranch kid, a people person, former mayor of Green River, a business owner. I thought long and hard, hoping that I would not have to do this. I have read the statutes, and it's our responsibility. And I do take this very seriously. And the best decision is not always the easiest. This is not an easy decision for sure, but I do think it's the best. I believe that Colonel Van Meter can work with the new commission in a fair and honorable and knowledgeable and insightful way. And it's my hope and my prayers that they will welcome him and allow him to serve our city.
I thank you for those comments, Commissioner Walker. They were very welcome.
Chair,
Yes.
something that Commissioner Walker said, it's our responsibility. I just want to make it clear that it's not required of this board to replace somebody for the new board to work with. And by any means.
I realize, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but please forgive me for that. But the reason why I guess I feel it incumbent is because if Commissioner Wonnacott would have desired the new commission to appoint, I think she would resign January 3rd. And so I think that was something that she left in our hands, although I do appreciate your comment. I think it is our responsibility. Therefore, I ask for a vote. All those in favor? Aye.
Excuse me, is there going to be any public comment?
Not right now. No, there is not.
Okay.
Not right now. At the end of our meeting, we, of course, can discuss it. Okay? But not during the meeting at this point. Therefore, I would ask that our county clerk, who is able to swear in our accepted nomination, please swear in to them either at this time. Yes, and you can take his place on the dais. However, prior to that, Mr. Van Meter, what is your intention with regard to your position in the county?
I am the Veteran Services Director for Southwestern Wyoming, and I will have to relinquish that responsibility.
If you will, then.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.